Hey guys, welcome to our video blog for this month. This is our last week that we're talking to the lovely Olivia here at Structure M. She is over all of our social media. She is the guru and the brains behind what we do here with our social media. Don't you love how I'm hyping you up, Olivia?
Thanks. I appreciate it.
It really is all the hype, I'm just saying. But this week we are talking about Facebook advertising, or just advertising in social media in general, because I feel like there's a lot of questions out there and people don't really fully understand it or fully get it. And if they do it, they're not really knowing what to do when they do it. They're just throwing money out there and like hoping that somehow it's going to work. So if it's okay with you, can we just jump right into some questions?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. So my first question is, what is the difference between Facebook boosting and Facebook ads?
Yes. So there is a big difference. So with Facebook ads, it's a little more complicated than Facebook boosting. You have to go to your ads manager. You're going to have a lot of specific targeting options, different analytic options. And with Facebook ads, they're like really big goals. Like it'd be capturing leads, getting people to install your app, getting orders from your store. So it's like if you are having those kind of big goals and want to spend some money, do Facebook ads. But a Facebook boost, super simple, super easy. There are some basic things you should know with them. But it's just like you do a regular post, and then you can decide, hey, I just want to spend a little bit more money on this so it can go further. So you push boost post, and it's just going to show to a wider audience. So say Facebook boost, a really, really simple ad. They're both ads still, but a Facebook ad, you have to go into ad manager, and it's a little more complicated. So it's a basic difference between those two.
Now, do you have to like do specific audiences for both of those? Like, is it wise to create an audience? Is that a hard process?
It's not hard, but you do need to, do some research on what audience you want it to go to. With Facebook ads, there's a lot more options like gender. With Facebook boosting, you can't pick gender. You have like age, location, and interests. And you just have to make sure that you are boosting to the age group you want people to see, the location. That's a mistake people can make is if they boost a post, but say you're a local company in Michigan, well, you don't want your posts going all over the U.S. That's gonna, you might get more engagement, but it's not going to be the people you want engaging necessarily. So you want to make sure you have your specific location. And then also with boosting, you can boost towards people's interests. So say you are a siding and roofing company, you can pick different categories that you would find your ideal clients in.
Cool. So follow-up question to that. How much should I be spending on like a Facebook boost, and how much should I be spending on Facebook ads? Like, do you have like a general formula for figuring that out, or is it?
Yeah, there's not necessarily a rule for an amount, but I would say 10, 20, 30 bucks on a boosted post. You want to, if you're spending more than that, you probably want to do an ad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an ad is a lot more specific and directed and gives you a lot more analytics. So you definitely want to be spending the more money on an ad. And a boosted post, yeah, like people are going to see it, people are going to engage, but I would say don't spend a ton of money on them, maybe just 20 bucks.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. Now let me ask you this, because you mentioned you want to target your audience. Are there any best targeting practices that you've seen or know about when it comes to targeting, these boosted posts for ads?
Yes. So Facebook always gives you different options when you go to boost. You always want to build an ad audience. So like I said, make sure they're the correct age for your clients, the location, interests. Facebook has like a smart audience category, but a lot of times I've looked at that and it really doesn't match the audience that I want to boost to. So make sure you build your own ad audience and click it every time you're boosting. You don't want to have too broad of an audience, because then the people you want to do business with might not see it. It's just going to be people that you don't want to do business with. And then I'd say also, when making ads, whether it's boosting or making an ad, there's a lot of things you can't say. Like, you want to be careful with physical, mental health wording. Anytime you talk about weight loss, depression, stress, that's things that Facebook might flag. And you also don't want to, use caps lock. I think that's just a good principle in life in general, not using caps lock. But you don't want to come off too aggressive. You also don't necessarily want to call a specific audience out, like saying, hey, are you a homeowner who da-da-da-da-da, or are you feeling anxious because da-da-da-da. It's like Facebook ads will usually flag that, and your post won't get promoted as much, or just not at all. The ad will be rejected. So whenever making an ad, just be really careful with your wording. Facebook will email you if something gets rejected, and you can try again. But yeah, those are some.
So would you say
careful with ads?
Okay, so what's like the biggest mistake when you talk about ads and boosting? Is it the wording, like you just mentioned, or what is the biggest mistake you see when people are trying to do that?
I'd say when they're not choosing an audience. Like, if you don't have the right audience, then you're not going to have the clients that you want your ads to be shown to. For example, if I'm a church builder and I just put a general post to everyone, like, sure, you might get a lot of engagements because it's going to so many people, but it's not going to pastors specifically. It's not going to the specific people that you want the ad to be shown to. So it's not going to do as much good, and you're kind of wasting your money.
Right. And we don't want to waste money.
No.
We want to make sure that we're getting a return on our investment. That is the goal with everything when it comes to business. Well, thank you so much, Olivia, for sharing all your wisdom with us this month. It has been a pleasure speaking with you and picking your brain with all these questions. And I really feel like it's going to help small business owners really propel them to the next step and actually take some targeted action towards boosting and ads and content. And I guess the main message is, you guys can do this. Small business owners can do this. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It takes a little bit of time and a little effort, but in the end, you can totally do this. You can manage it. What you say about Olivia?
Yes. Now, it is good to appoint someone on your team to help you. But
amen.
It's doable. It's doable. Nothing's too hard.
Nothing's too hard, and you don't have to be an expert. You just got to do it, right?
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have enjoyed spending our time with you. Be on the lookout for us. Next month, we will have another topic that we'll be discussing. Thank you so much for watching.